So hi, my name's Steve. Welcome back to the channel. This is Working on the House, and this episode I'm going to tackle making a central pair of beams for the elevated deck. Basically, I can't get hold of these 6-inch posts anymore, and the price of them is ludicrous. It's about £100 a post, which I'm not really willing to pay. But I do actually have some leftover 6-inch joists. So what I'm planning on doing is the measurement actually matches up that of the original post, so I'm actually going to make up some square posts just using the 6x2s. So as you can see, that distance measures up relatively well, so what I'll do is use a pair of these and then I'll rip down a length to create that distance, which actually works out about 54mm, and I'll use another 6x2 joist for that. And then I'll form a sandwich using those rips on the sides to make a box section. Saving myself some money and using up the materials I've got. So all I've done is to work out the measurement is I've put two together, which gives me the overall dimension, which is 91mm. That's two side by side, and then that leaves me with this distance. So all I've done is I've taken the 145 measurement, which is the same as these posts here, taken off the 91mm, which leaves me 54mm. So what I need to do is just take 54mm rips out of the original piece here. That will form the middle parts of the post. So what I've done is one of these was really twisted and crooked, so I'm going to use that for the ripped measurements, because obviously as soon as it's ripped down as the thinner piece is, I should be able to twist that back into shape, and obviously it's roughly about half a length that I need in order to make the vertical. One of the great things about YouTube is watching other people. You pick up so many different hints and tips. I've never really been one to use these squares. They're very, very popular in America. I think they're taking off more and more here in the UK. But one of the things is these notches. And these notches are absolutely great for quickly and easily marking up a precise line on a section of timber. Years ago, the traditional way would have been to use a square like this, set the measurement up, and then sort of clumsily go along the line. It's so much easier with that American type square, roofer square I think they call it. Much easier. So the timbers are 6 meters in length and the height I need is approximately 3 meters from floor to the top, but I don't need quite so much height on that side than I do on that side, so what I'm going to do is cut it on a slight bias. So the 6 meter length I'm going to cut at 3.1 meter, and then that'll give me a 3.1 meter section and a 2.9, and then that should give me enough. And obviously the shorter one will go at the back, longer one at the front, and then that will allow me to sink the post into the ground a few 100mm. These actually fit quite snugly into the two joists up above. I'll pan the camera around to show you in a moment, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to project them 100mm from the top of this section here, and that will actually form a tenon, and then that will fit up. I'll pan you around now, and then that will fit into that gap there, so that's worked out rather well. So this is the joist I'm going to use. It's actually a 6x2, and believe it or not, this is the best one out of the lot. This was the straightest piece that I had. As you can see, there's quite a significant twist to the length, but obviously I don't need the full length. I'm going to actually be cutting that down to, if I remember the measurement, yeah, it's just under 4 meters, and most of the twist is actually in the last part, so hopefully most of that twist will be cut off, and it's relatively straight. It's not too bad, but what I'll do is I'll make sure that the bow is facing upwards, so then any deflection over time, that bow will then, if anything, straighten out, so it'll become straighter. So it's basically 215mm from here, which lines up with that hole perfectly. Third hole down, third hole down. So I'll just use my tin snips. There we go.